Hi there, Nigel Saunders of Ficus Bonsai here. Today we're looking at my Ficus Bonsai. We last looked at this tree of October last year, so it's just short of a year that we're doing an update to it. In the last video we pruned it down for structure, kind of leaving it quite bare looking. And now we've been letting it grow since the last video, untouched. So now it's time to do some more work to the tree. In the last video we did a lot of wiring of these upright trunks to get them in position so they all fan out nicely from the main trunk of the tree. So they're all set in position now and they're thickening up. So now we want to reduce the height of the tree, get it back under control, and start growing our tree out wider. What we want to do first is pick a height for our tree. Keeping in mind, whenever you prune a tree down to height, from that pruning point, it's going to start growing again. One of the points of clip and grow bonsai is prune it back and let it grow. A lot of people prune it back and they kind of skip that growth step. So it's instead of clip and grow bonsai, it's clip and clip. Trying to keep your tree in a perfect shape all the time, pinching all the tips as it's trying to grow, and never really letting it grow and get healthy. You can't keep a bonsai tree looking 100% perfect all year round for many years in a row. It's bad for the health of the tree. You need to let it grow. So we've done that with this tree. It's ready to prune back. So I want to keep as much of the subdividing of these upright trunks as we can. We are going to have to prune off a lot. I mean, it's subdivided all the way to the tip of the trees. But we want to keep our basic upright trunks, and then when we prune them back, we'll get all kinds of new growth coming out from them, and the tree will fill in again. So whatever height we pick, you still have to allow for new growth. So, it's probably better to prune it lower than you want and let it grow more than to leave it higher and it'll just keep growing higher. Ideally, for the trunk size in this tree, the tree should be about that high, kind of about here. However, we're gonna grow it out bigger. I don't really want to lose all my upright trunks we grew here by pruning it, right back again. So I think what we're going to do, where I've got these trunks wired upright, the wire's being removed now, but where we wired them upright, we're going to keep those, but just keep the trunk. So we're going to prune them back short, just above this junction in here. So here we go. I'll try 2 here for now. And we're going to prune them all about the same height. Okay, we're going to leave this branch for now until we decide what we're going to do with it. So I'm going to go in and look at this branch structure here. Our goal for this tree has been to get it to look like a tropical tree style, not a pine tree style or anything else. So we want our branches coming up and forming a broom style, umbrella style canopy, so it looks like a mature tropical ficus tree. So we've got our main structure down here. I'm just trying to decide what to do with this branch, which kind of grows down and then it curves up. So I think we'll keep it. I think we will just prune it off shorter. So the proportions of the tree are getting better now. The next thing we want to do is go in and clean the tree up. So there's a dead branch here I want to prune off. There's a few branches here that kind of curl around in front of the tree. So I'm going to do some directional pruning and kind of correct that. There's some upright shoots coming off some of these branches that we want to get rid of. least cut back for now. Snip some of the tips off. Any branches growing in towards the trunk we want to remove. That one. So everything's fanning out. We're also kind of pruning for a rounded canopy, so yeah, that's looking pretty good. We are starting to get some aerial roots growing alongside the trunk here. Some of these roots are growing upwards, which is kind of strange, but yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. But down low here, we did have a root that was wrapping around the trunk, and it was kind of fused in with the trunk, and I noticed the other day part of it became kind of loose from the trunk. So I kind of peeled it back and cut it off. So I got rid of as much of it as I could. And the rest is still alive. I think it'll just sort of eventually blend in with the trunk. So the next stage for this tree, we've done our clipping now, and we've got to let it grow again. So once we get a lot of growth coming up on top of the tree, we can go in again and look at the structure and prune it back to its rounded form on top, which is slowly getting there. Ficus benjamina is not quite as easy to shape as Ficus microcarpa. These are kind of like a little more fragile. I call them kind of drama queens. You move them from one location to another and they don't like the change in light or location, and they'll drop leaves, and yeah, they're a little more temperamental than Ficus microcarpa, but they do make great bonsai. That's it for now on this Ficus benjamina. Hopefully it'll grow well in the next while over the winter, and we can do another video on pruning the canopy and that on it to get it more of a tropical tree shape. So Nigel Saunders of KW Bonsai, do something green today. Don't use any pesticides or chemicals that can harm wildlife. Try and use natural products or live with the weeds. Nigel Saunders of KW Bonsai, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.